on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the bus. Kind of a forced day off, a little bit of power outage at the shop, so I'm gonna take advantage of that and do some work outside on the bus. Probably gonna continue to rip apart the floor, basically continue demo. First things first, let's move some stuff around, make some room so we can work. Thankfully, our bus is a handicap bus, so there's only tracks on half of the bus. Haven't really found the best way to take these out other than just to drill them out. I tried grinding the heads off of bolts, but honestly that takes probably just as long as drilling them out. It's quite honestly a pain in the ass. That's part of the fun. Go. Well, we're out of power. Both batteries are dead. The shop's out of power. We can't charge them. So time to try to figure something else out. All right, we're back. We're back working on the bus, ripping up the floor again. We have some fresh batteries, got some brand new tools, and we're gonna test them out. I am struggling to find a drill bit that even lasts long enough to drill these bolts out. Only about 5 or 6 to go. Real MVP.
Looks like the grill's out.
Rings coffees.
Wings? Wait, wings? Did you say rings?
Real MVP.
Oh, real? Yeah. Well, you don't get a title like that without guns like these. The best one to get, huh? First timers, what are you gonna do? Everybody deserves a second chance.
Does it keep going?
It does, but like, I can't tell if it's like fixed at a certain point.
Oh, I think it's just right behind this padding right here.
Because I'm trying to push it back a little bit more.
Let me disconnect this real quick.
Speakers? Yeah. This is where we think it's stuck in there. It did!
Gotta sort through all this and figure out where all those safety switches go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the first look at our electrical, huh?
We had a starter issue already. It's very common for bus owners to forget about the safety switches on the back doors and the emergency exits.
Located at the back of the bus.
we unplugged them and the bus wouldn't start. So figured that out quick, but we're good. We've decided that the wall demo is a lot more fun than the floor demo. The floor demo sucks. So we took a break from the floor demo to start ripping things off the walls because it's easier.
There's more power tools involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more fun.
And we don't have the right cover. So honestly, I think we learned from tonight. Not that we're done yet, but definitely come more prepared.
More tools. You always need more tools.
Always more tools.
It's just cold.
Okay, good. Ooh, I can't wait for the big reveal. Whoa! I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's the electric motor for the.
Cool. Excuse me, sir. Can I bother you for a second?
What?
Well, we've started the demolition tonight, as you know. What have you learned so far just from the work that we've done?
We'll take out the rails. We've tried a lot of ways to either break the bolts or get them up. Cutting them with an angle grinder. Tried drilling them out. We tried actually using them like they're normally supposed to be taken out, like with the torque bits. And they're all too corroded or stripped out that they just simply won't come out. So the best way I've found so far is taking a 3/4 inch hole saw and actually cutting around the bolt. And that way we can actually pull the whole track up. The heads of the bolts are still there, so we're gonna have to go back and cut the heads off with a cutoff disc. But at least we can get the aluminum track up, and that way we can get that out of the way and add it to the list. More hole saw bits.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so, I'm gonna resist, but only because I'm busy at work. We are starting on day 2. Well, for me, it's like day 2 of demolition at least. Lars has put a lot of work, as you've already seen. So I have started in here. We're trying to get up all this flooring because we are trying to get to the baseboard, the metal sheet. Just so we can add our insulation after and start to work on our flooring and our interior, get that baseboard down. So the metal sheet, Lars is probably gonna have to do some rust work, but let's check in on Lars, see how he's doing. He's working on something else right now. Oh, great. You should see. That's a position, huh? Everyone can see that? Great. What are we up to over here, Lars?
We had to replace the alternator. So while we're at it, we had a major belt squeal, and so since everything is out, we are going to replace all of the pulleys, the pulley tensioner, and obviously the alternator as well. And I think we found the source of our squeak.
Ooh.
This is one pulley.
Yeah. Ooh, pulley. We just want to make sure the bus is nice and safe and sound before we're driving. And I know we're not there yet, but
The tensioner makes noise as well.
it's really about the noise. We can't deal with the noise.
This one makes noise as well too. This one was really bad actually.
We're gonna name the bad ones.
So I think
That's a Jerry.
That was definitely the worst one.
He's the loudest and obnoxious. That guy over there.
So I had to take basically half the freaking front of the motor apart just to even see the alternator. But we got it out. Got the new one. Luckily the fan shroud, it comes in 2 pieces, so we were able to just take that top piece off and gives you a little better access, but we had to take both charge pipes off, coolant reservoir. I can't physically get in there.
Is it really tight?
That's an understatement. See, you can barely even see the tensioners. Now focus. We have 1 pulley. We have 2 pulleys. And then we have a tensioner. Go down under this one. Alternator's in, we got a victory. Talk about shoving 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. It is 27 degrees. It feels like about 5.
I'm cold. My fingers are white. I believe I can fly. Day, what number is this?
I don't know.
Day something. We first started with this bus, bought it in September, thought of it in April, like 4 months before. Check my math later. But we're actually still peeling away the insides. Run at the truck. Oh.
You almost hit the truck.
You hit the truck.
I did not.
Almost don't count.
Almost only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Very nice.
I caught my undies on fire.
Very minimally glued. Now in here.
I'm trying to do my best to add labels to the wires that we disconnect, like the speaker wires or the interior light wires. This way, when we go back to look at all the wires and see what we need and what we can keep, and what we can just get rid of, it'll be hopefully a lot easier to basically sort through them and gut whatever we don't need, and that way we're not guessing which one's which.
How much do you know about electrical?
Not a lot. Move that bus!
Time finishing here.
Rip the wall down!
Let's do it. Oh, down goes good.
Down goes good. Tear down that wall! Where's our pry bar?
Don't cry about it.
Pry bar? If I had $1 for every time I hit my head on this bus so far, including the mirrors, I'd have a lot of dollars. We have an official mascot. It's Stanley the Stink Bug. He's dead, but we found him in the insulation.
Are these not the power tools we thought we'd be using?
We got power tools right here.
Oh!
That's how you get the pesky bolts. When the power tools don't fit. So I get an idea of how cold it is right now. Lauren's vacuuming. We took all the insulation down. Glasses are fogging up. But just from our breath, the frost on the ceiling is accumulating. Rubber. We're working on Lauren's destruction floor because she blew a hole through the entire floor, through the rubber, the wood, and the metal, and all with the crowbar.
There's nothing wrong with being enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm and hard work. I almost used the light. Alright, we're making progress on the bus. We got the linings all ripped out, so it's completely just cross members. Got my buddy Luke here. We got somebody come and take out all the Freon, so right now we're working on taking out this AC unit. We got the rear heater core out and the motor out. So we're just gonna try to see if we can get this beast out, free up all that space, and scrap it. As heavy as I thought it was going to be. No. Oh. Saw that coming. Oh. That doesn't taste good. So we got the heater core out for the rear heat, and we got the AC unit out. So now we ran both of the lines. There's about 20 feet of heater hose, two of them, that run to the back of the bus that we have to bypass. There's two metal lines that come underneath from the engine bay along the frame. One here that's already capped right here. And this one I gotta cut because the hose is so old, and throw a cap on there. And then we will no longer have rear heat via coolant.
So while Lars is busy fixing some coolant leaks right now, noticed earlier, he's covered in it, I'm nice and safe inside the bus. I'm in charge of working on all the wiring. It's coming along quite nice. We're really at the naked bare bones, and we're figuring out along the way what we're going to be keeping, and all of this ended up going pretty much. He uncovered the air conditioner. That was something we decided that we weren't going to keep. We were going to introduce our own form of cooling system and such because we'd like to get everything kind of new, to be honest. Although this isn't an old bus, it's 2008. We still just don't want any like random kid boogers floating around or coming through our air filters anymore.
All right, both lines are capped. Both of them disconnected. Some rubber caps and some hose clamps on there, and so those are bypassed. You're good. You can let it go. I just ate a lot of dirt.
You need this. Why?
Because I just ate about a pound of dirt.
Feels like you're in the sandbox all over again, huh? Mm-hmm. Cheers.
Thank you.